All right, we're back here with Pole Hunter Camaro, getting ready to put some primer on the car. Oh no, that's not good. Oh no, I got a roof leak. Oh man. Hope it's not raining when I paint, that's all I can say. All right, so quick recap. I don't even know what recap. I don't know where the last video was at. I've just been grinding, trying to get this thing ready for paint. So I got a little bit of skim coat here I'm gonna take care of. These are some high spots that I actually tapped down. Up here in this door jamb, we got one little section in here that needs a little bit of attention, which typically I wouldn't worry about, but because the color, we're gonna have to do something there. We'll just clean that up a little bit. Nothing too major there. Pretty minor. There's a little ding there. A little skim coat here. If we come around to this side, there's some little dings there, and take care of those. Need to freshen up this body line, which is okay. We'll probably take care of that after we get the 2K primer on. Got a little nick down there. We're gonna clean up that one right there where the old seam sealer broke out. Couple spots to touch up on the door. There's some little spots up there. 3 dents that I pulled with the dent puller. No video on that. You guys see me use that a whole lot before. That's what that is. And last but not least, this rocker panel that I had to rebuild and straighten out. Somebody had jacked up the car in this area 2 ways. Jacked it up with the jack off the ground and jacked up the rocker panel, so it has been unjacked. And that was quite the ordeal. I didn't record it because, yeah, I just didn't. Anyway. So, that's the deal. That's where we're at. Trying to get this thing ready to prime. We are super close. So I'll do a little bit of filler in these small areas. Then I'm gonna block that down. Take care of a little bit of sanding around there. And then it is finally time to get this thing in some 2K primer. I'm so ready for this. I gotta get this one done, this portion of the body done. This one's ready for 2K. You guys saw me go ahead and work this piece up here. That's the front nose piece. This lower piece was already done in 2K. It's pretty much ready to go. Then over here on this fender, I welded up the holes that were here, put a little bit of body filler there. I'm gonna hit that with the blade, and then I gotta hit the top of this with the blade to even this out. This was the fender that had a bunch of waves in the top of it. I'm guessing maybe a mad girlfriend with a hammer. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's like dent all the way down through there. And they weren't real big, but just big enough. So I slapped some filler on there. I'm gonna go ahead and take that down with the body file. And go ahead and even this one out down here. And then this will be ready for 2K primer. This one was already done in 2K. And it's pretty much ready to go as far as I can tell. So that one we're not going to do anything with. We'll blade this one, get this one 2K. Then we'll be ready to do some pre-assembly and some block sanding. So yeah, I'm tired. It's been a long road already. I'm ready for paint, but we're not there yet because, as you guys know, the prep work is the paint job. I think my friend Pete says that. Anyway, I'm gonna mix up some body filler. I set the camera down, take you guys along for this next little part of the journey. I'm not gonna fight with the tool. I figure if the tool's good, it'll work. If it doesn't work, I'll just throw it out and get something else. Especially something like a spreader, because you want nice, consistent lines with your body filler. Anything else is just gonna make you upset. So I do not waste time with tools that don't want to cooperate. Now honestly, this tripod that I'm using, this thing gives me a fit all the time. I only use it because it's almost indestructible. But it might be seeing this last day soon. Because again, it's one of those tools that doesn't like to cooperate, and it'll do it on a day when I'm not in the mood. Bye-bye tripod. Let's take a look here. That edge is a little bit thick. I'll knock it down, no big deal. So I wasn't really expecting this body filler to go as far as it did. But hit just about everything I needed to. Missed that little one right there. And I don't think I've got enough non-hardened active body filler to get it, so scrape that up out of there. Mix up a little bit more to take care of that, and I'm going to do a skim coat inside this fender well. Yeah, just am. I'll show you why. Because this one's a lot smoother. I had to rebuild this one, so that's why. So we'll just do a little skim coat there, no big deal. Oh man, that's nice. That is really, really nice. Didn't have to use the cheese grater. So if you guys don't have these thin, flexible body filler scraper or body filler applicators, I do recommend these. I actually like these better than the yellows. Now, granted, the yellows do have their place, and so do the taupe ones from Bondo. But these have a very cool... So these have a good feel, and they also have multiple applications. They have razor sharp edges, so you can go back in like I'm doing here. If you got an edge you want to remove, you can just cut it up out of there with this guy, which is pretty slick. Of course, you can do the same thing with cheese grater. But anyway, multi-purpose, very useful. I definitely like these. They're a little bit pricey in comparison, but not too bad. Not too bad. Just get you a box of like 25 of them. Definitely great for when you're doing like spot putty and those little pinholes and all that stuff. Highly recommended for that. All right, we're back to using the fantastic body filler here. I've seen me use many other places. Pretty much the entire car. I'm just going to do a little skim coat inside this fender. But before I do that, I'm going to take care of that little spot on the door. And yes, this is the other thing I like about these. You can use them this way, or that way, or that way. So, very, very handy. Time to take care of some block sanding. I'm going to cut these edges down, cut this fender, cut this down, get ready for the 2K primer. So another good use for your chip brush is to knock the dust off your sandpaper. Now this stuff's caked in here pretty good just because I've used this paper quite a bit. Probably need a new piece. But anyway, just an example of another use for your chip brush. So if you use these, get them all nice and dusty, then you got to do your paint stripping. No big deal. Now you absolutely can use a DA for your shaping. I'm doing my rough shaping with this block, and the reason why is I had a dip in here before, so I'm trying to work that dip out, get it as flat as possible. Then I'll come back, hit the edges with the DA and feather them in before we put our primer on. Breathing like an old man. So this is the Fantastic Fill. This is the Rage Ultra. And we'll see how different these sand. You can see low spot, low spot, low spot, low spot, low spot, and that's the high spot. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little bit with my air file. If you guys saw my previous video where me and the pit crew went out to pick up some tools, this was one of the goodies I found. I honestly don't remember what brand this thing is. It's obviously an older model of a air file, but this is an orbital. So it goes back and forth like that. Very handy. Highly recommend these. But they are not cheap. Just having to get this one for a good deal with a bunch of other tools. I'll show you how fast it works on this. You can see how much faster I cut that down. So this working twice as fast as I can, 3 times as fast as I can with a standard block. And I'm fast, but I'm not machine fast. Now this is really used for more fine night sanding. I think you can sand up to like 400 with this thing. If you want to cut stuff down really fast, I'll show you the tool for that. This thing's a little abusive though. So this is a Viking air file. If you get an air file, get a Viking. Don't play around. Let's see here. There's the part number. This is one mean machine. I mean, you can see my arm. This thing's heavy by itself. Definitely quality tool, made here in the USA. But it's mean, I'm just gonna tell you. Don't grab this thing thinking you're gonna manhandle it, because it'll snatch your arm off. Alright, as I said, that's a very mean machine, but you can see it cut right down through there very nicely. Got a little bit of a taper on the bottom of this, but we will remedy that very shortly. I'm going to swap the paper out, get rid of that little taper, but you can't see it on the camera, but it's actually rolling a little bit. So, cleaned up the top line pretty good. We'll get the DA out, just work these little areas, and then I'll block a little bit of an edge in there, and we'll get ready to put some 2K on that. I'm going to move over to that section over here and take care of hitting that with the DA and that with the DA. DA is dual action sander, so the sander rotates this direction and also oscillates like so. Kind of hard to see from that side, but you can see it from this side.
Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thanks for watching another segment on the Pole Hunter Camaro. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and take care of laying down some 2K primer on this car and getting it ready to move to the next step. My name's Erwin. This is 3 Wheels and a Block. We're giving back what time is taken away. We'll see you soon.